What's going on, guys? So you decided to join the Army. In this video I want to cover a little bit about what reception is like. This is going to be an all across the Army thing. It doesn't matter if you want to be in the Army Reserves, the National Guard, or the regular Army. This is basically going to be the same for you. Now for me, in my experience, I went to Fort Benning, which if you're watching this video and you're going to go to Fort Benning, you're going to go to this place called 30th AG, which sucks. So this is actually a really important thing for me to talk about because a lot of people don't even think about reception when they're going to basic. They don't know what to expect. They think it's just going to be easy. Maybe they think it's just going to be as soon as you get to reception, basic training starts, which is not true. So I would like to go over my experiences step by step, what reception was like. So I wrote a few notes down basically just to help things go a little bit smoother because I haven't done vlogs or videos in a long time. So just right off the bat, the first thing that happens is you go and you take a bus or a plane. Whenever you get off of that plane or you get to the airport or wherever you're going to go, there's going to be some drill sergeants there. In my instance, getting off of the airport at Atlanta, if you're going to Benning, you're going to go to Atlanta Airport. And you'll basically find some drill sergeants. You'll see a whole bunch of other privates or people there ready to leave. And then you'll just start a process. The drill sergeants, you'll be like, oh crap, they're kind of mean, whatever you might think. It'll be a little bit different because everybody's different. If you think all drill sergeants are the same, that's not true. It's like saying that everybody's the same. It's like, that's ridiculous. Like, everybody's not the same. Now, yeah, they may be more strict than other people, but as far as their way of disciplining, yelling, some of them don't even yell. They're all going to be different. So basically, you start lining up, you get on a bus, and you go to 30th AG. Again, this is in my case at Fort Benning. So you'll get there. I remember we went in and we sat on these benches and watched a video, maybe like a 5-10 minute video, and we did that for, I don't know, it was like 2 hours. We watched literally a 5-10 minute video over and over and over and over and over and over and over again for about 2 hours. We were really compact together, so you can't talk, you're not supposed to move or all that kind of stuff. So that was just like, this is retarded. After that, they basically talk to you about a certain basic rules at reception, and then you go, and if you have any knives or contraband, which is just like things you shouldn't have, then you go into these rooms and basically it's like an amnesty box. So you can, if you brought a knife and you forgot about it, you can throw it away basically, and you won't get in trouble for it. Or if you brought food or basically stuff you shouldn't have, you get to do that. The first thing they did after that was they split us up finally into different companies or in groups, and we went to go get our PT clothes. After we got our PT clothes, we went up to the barracks and stripped down basically to your boxers and stuff, and you basically put on your PT clothes. You get all your personal gear, put it in your bag, put your name on it and stuff, and then they go and put it in a room, lock it away. So this will be the point in my case where you have your phone in your personal bag. Within the first couple hours, they take your phone, so no phone. Now for my brother at Fort Jackson, they had their phone, oddly enough. He got the chance to text or call at the end of the night at reception. But for me at 30th AG, from my experiences, it's a lot stricter. Again, you're at Benning, so that could be the thing there. So the first thing that happened is I think we got about an hour of sleep that night. You got going through a whole bunch of processing, getting your gear and stuff like that. Not all of your gear, because that's what reception is like. It's going through lines, getting this, getting that, getting this other thing. You wait in line for 30 minutes, an hour just to do something that takes 30 seconds just to pick up something, because you got 200-300 people literally in a line to do something, and that adds up. Even if it takes 30 seconds, 200 people doing something that takes 30 seconds, you're gonna be standing there for a little bit. So the first thing that happened after our sleeping time, about an hour, is we got our haircuts. So essentially the first day, I don't remember what time it was because I got there at like 10 o'clock. Then we slept for like an hour well, again, didn't really sleep. You know, you kind of lay down, maybe 20 minutes of sleep, and then you have to get up and get ready. And then we got our haircuts. We got our like charge cards, basically $300 on this card. That is like an advance of your own pay. It's not just like free money that they're giving you. It's your own pay that they're putting on a card so that you can buy the stuff that they want you to buy. So shortly after that, we went to the small PX that they take you to, and you get your shoes, you might get some notebooks, you know, stuff like that. They literally have like a list, like, get this stuff with that card that we gave you. So it's kind of stupid. It's like, hey, we're paying you, but then we're going to take it literally right back because we're forcing you to buy this stuff. So basically after that, I believe it was the next day, we got our ACUs, which was really, really cool. So we're going through this line and stuff, and it's like, oh my gosh, we got our ACUs, and that felt really cool. We didn't have our boots yet, so we're still walking around in our shoes, our PT shoes. And then the rest of the time that day, we basically did some paperwork, and we did, you know, we got some shots. So after we got our ACUs, we did paperwork and got some shots, and that's kind of how it was for the rest of the time. The next day, we got our boots, and that was when you kind of felt more like a soldier at this point. Even though you haven't done anything, you have the full uniform, and you're like, yeah, I look pretty good, you know, wearing this, you know, it feels really cool. So getting the boots after getting the ACUs, for me, now you'll get like the OCP uniform, the new one, but that was really a pretty cool point where you start to feel more like a soldier, like you have the complete uniform on. So that was pretty cool. For the most part, guys, that's basically it. You're going to be sitting in lines all the time. You're going to be standing in lines. You're going to be bored out of your mind because your days are going to be like 20 hours long of standing at parade rest, standing at attention, not being able to talk. So the big thing that I can give to you guys is the night before you leave for reception, even though you may not want to, you want to stay up all night the night before because you want to get your last few seconds of the regular civilian world that you can. The biggest thing I can advise that was told to me is get sleep, because that night before, if you don't get enough sleep, the next night, the maximum hours you're really going to get is like 2 hours of sleep if you're lucky. A lot of people groups that we were with, they didn't get any sleep at all. So, you know, you're going to be up for a really long time, and you're going to be just falling asleep, getting yelled at every time your head nods. So you don't want that to happen to you. So make sure you get some sleep, and don't expect reception to be fun. Don't expect it to be difficult. The only thing we did was a 1-1-1 at the end of reception, which is a 1 mile run, 1 minute of push-up, 1 minute of push-ups, 1 minute of sit-ups, and 1 pull-up. So they would, like, if you couldn't do any of that, they would basically write you on a list. So, you know, it's really not physically demanding. They can't smoke you at reception, so it's not like at basic training where if you screw up, they're like, you know, drop and do push-ups. It's not like that because they don't want you to be injured for some reason that would hinder you from going to basic training. Another thing that I haven't talked about is the length of reception. For me, it was 8 days. Your recruiter's probably going to tell you it'll be 2, 3, 4 days, but for the majority of you, it's going to be longer than that. For me, 8 days was a shorter group. Most of them were 8, 9, 10 days. So reception is going to be longer than your recruiter's telling you because it just takes a lot of time. Now, you could get it done real quick if you were just like one person going bang, 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 but that's not how it is. Remember, guys, hundreds of people waiting in a line to do one thing. Write down something. You get your ID cards. You'll get your dog tags at the very end. You know, in your downtime, whenever you're still waiting, sometimes they might have you be in the bleachers and you're just gonna sit. Sometimes a drill sergeant will be talking to you guys if you have any questions. So that was really cool. We had some drill sergeants that actually talked to us remember, this is at reception. wanting us to, say, hey, do you have any questions for me? What basic training is like? Then, they would answer your questions there. So that was pretty cool. But for the most part, guys, reception sucked. For me, 30th AG was just terrible. Just the amount of sheer boredom that I experienced. I've never been that bored in my life. I mean, guys, literally just sit somewhere all day long for 20 hours and accomplish 3 things that take 2 minutes, and that's the day. And I mean, it was bad. So anyway, so the last thing I want to leave you guys with before I finish this video is the last thing that happens at reception is the morning that you leave for basic training. You basically get up, all your stuff should be packed and down outside, and basically you clean the barracks, make sure they're cleaned, and you wait for the drill sergeants to arrive. They come in their buses. There's all this anticipation. It's like, oh my gosh, what kind of drill sergeants am I going to have? So anyways, that's where I'm going to leave you guys off at. In the next video, where I talk about what red phase is like at basic training, which is the first phase of basic training, I'm going to pick it up right there where you get on the buses. So finishing off reception, about to get on the buses, and my next video, I'm going to literally from beginning to end, getting on the bus, then the shark attack, and then day by day what we did every single day, and I've got that written down. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. It's kind of long. I want to try and keep them around 10 minutes, so this one was a little bit long, so whatever. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully you guys check out the next video, and I'll see you guys later.